To tell you guys. 3. Yo! What's going on, y'all? Welcome to libraviewss. I'm Charlene. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. So, bitch, I'm here to talk about a little bit of tea that I grasped from this interview that Choice TV did not too long ago with Christina from Bad Girls Club. So let's get into this tea. So Choice TV interviewed Christina from Bad Girls Club. So a quick catch up for those who haven't been following along. Natalie Nunn had did a show called Baddies on the Zeus Network. The first season consisted of former girls that were on the Bad Girls Club. So I believe it was the white girl Sarah, obviously Natalie, I believe the girl Rocky, Christina, and they all did this season 1 show. When we saw that Baddies was coming back for a second season on Zeus, we didn't see many of the girls from the prior season, or really any of the bad girls, any of the girls from the Bad Girls Club, period, from the former franchise on Oxygen. So, that was kind of funny, but whatever, the show went on. So then when this interview came out, and along with other clips, Sarah had did a whole video vlog about Natalie, exposing Natalie. Christina had spoke out, I believe, Wintour, the girl who got beat up by Persuasion on her season. A lot of girls were speaking out about Bad Girls Club. Natalie was, how she ain't shit, how whatever. So Christina goes onto Choice TV to do an interview to basically talk about the fallout between her and Natalie, the whole situation with Zeus Network, why she wasn't on the second season, why Natalie ain't shit, why Natalie ain't loyal, blah, 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 blah. So while I'm listening to the interview, because, it was a topic I was interested in, and I was kind of, wanting to see, because, certain people have talked out on, Bad Boys Club, from Milan to different ones, saying a lot of things about Natalie. So I like to get a broad perspective. So I'm watching the interview. While I'm watching the interview, though, I noticed that Christina was basically talking about how, after her season, and as life and as time has gone on, she's noticed that, a lot of other girls from the franchise and just people in the industry, period, a lot of women, usually have sex with the guys, the producers, the rappers, the TV, producers, the owners of the, the CEOs, in order to get in the positions that they're in. She hinted at the fact that Natalie Nunn, allegedly, was an escort, and different girls would have to do different things in order to get on. And she said that she never had to do that. So when she was explaining this, she was basically saying, listen, these girls give it up. These girls do what they do. I ain't never had to do that. Listen, LeBron James tried to fly me out, and I didn't even link up with him because I wasn't even pressed over that basketball dick. And I was like, so my antennas go up, because I'm like, this interview has nothing to do with LeBron James. It has everything to do with Natalie Nunn, the Bad Girls Club, the Baddies season, Zeus Network, blah, blah, blah. But when she said that, I was like, ooh, because, I always say this, you never really heard much about LeBron James cheating. You always hear this kind of all-American perfect image with LeBron, and that we've never really heard that he cheated on Savannah. But when Christina said this, I was like, dang. So I guess LeBron James isn't as squeaky clean as, the media, and as, I guess he's portrayed, because Christina from Bad Girls Club is saying, listen, LeBron James was trying to fly me out. I decided not to go, okay? And she not only said it once, but she said it twice. She said that LeBron James waited at an airport for her for 3 hours. And she left him there because she was impressed, and she didn't know that he was married. And then when she found out that he was married, she really didn't want to see him because she didn't know who the hell LeBron James was. This was crazy when I heard it, okay? So listen to this clip really quick, and listen to how Christina is pretty much exposing LeBron James for basically sending for her and basically attempting to cheat.
Who hasn't been touched, who has been touched, who they want to pursue. I wasn't, remember, I hadn't been in the industry for long. You asked me how you came back after so long.
It's a break.
I had never been touched. I had gotten called for several people. LeBron James never even went, missed the flight, left them there waiting at the airport. I am the
Getting flued out.
but I wasn't even checking in. I mean, so I was, I guess, the untouched person that, you know, and I didn't know the game. I didn't know girls was out here sleeping around to get what they needed. I thought, like, if you're creative and you do what you got to do, people want to. I'm saying people do certain things, and then they speak from that place, and they think that you're doing the same thing.
Yeah, like, oh, there's no way Christina can get on like this. There's no way they can.
Yeah, they would be like, "Oh, you was popping it open to," and I'm like, actually, if you only knew that situation, I was actually chilling. I didn't have to. Did you? I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm not like I'm dead. It is a true story. Like, LeBron James waited at an airport for like 3 hours. I never showed up. I know most girls would have hopped on that flight
Mhm.
and they would have been sweating it. And I was like, yeah, no, bro. I found out you're married. I didn't even know. I don't watch sports, first of all.
Yeah.
Anyone who knows me knows that I don't watch sports. So I didn't even really know who he was.
Yeah.
I remember I had the sneakers one time. So I was like, oh, you're that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Fool, I'm a fool. And then I was like, he's married. I was like, oh, no, this is going to ruin my image. And I was like working with John Mayer at the time doing music. So I had my own stuff going on. So I've never even been the type to be, I don't know, I've never been a groupie. Like, I don't need to pop it open for something. It just would not make me feel good. It wouldn't even feel good entering my soul.
So, girl, I know. So, you heard that? Not LeBron James was trying to screw Christina from Bad Girls Club. Now, another thing that has been going now was that whole clip from Real Housewives of Atlanta when Drew Sidora was basically hinting that this All-American basketball player was trying to, you know, get in her panties and was supporting her career and listening to her music when she was in Hollywood. And everybody was like, oh no, LeBron wouldn't, LeBron da-da-da-da-da. But I mean, if you really kind of look at Drew and look at Savannah, I mean, Drew kind of has the same, you know, aesthetic that Miss Savannah James, which is LeBron James's wife. Drew kind of has the same aesthetic that, LeBron James' wife has. So it's like not really far-fetched and not really hard to believe that LeBron James was trying to holler at Drew. You know, Drew's not an ugly girl. She might have a bad body after that bad mommy makeover, but fake, you know, you can't deny Drew is a very pretty girl. And, you know, a beautiful girl is a beautiful girl because, you know, Christina is Puerto Rican and he wanted to fly her out allegedly. So, you know, an attractive girl is an attractive girl. But that just kind of blew my mind because it's like you always thought that LeBron James was like this squeaky clean guy. And it's like literally as the time is going on, we're getting little droplets. Not a full blast exposure, but little droplets of the girls exposing LeBron James for cheating on, or at least attempting to cheat on, Savannah James, which is his wife, who he has been with since high school. But, you know, let's just be real. If these two ladies are saying this, we're not going to act as if LeBron James probably hasn't tried to pursue other women. Let's just be real. LeBron James, you probably have tried to pursue other women and probably was successful. Because unlike Christina, who says she allegedly wasn't, you know, all hyped up off of your, you know, status or whatever, you know, there's a lot of girls that would take that invitation, LeBron. You know, I'm still supporting LeBron. I'm still a LeBron fan, you know. But, you know, I'm definitely got my antennas up on you, nigga. I hope it don't come out that you just a fuck nigga like the rest of these men out here, okay? But that's all I had to say, honey. Thank you for tuning into my video. Subscribe and like. And until next time, deuces.